From a grappling hook that launches you across the stage to a deployable shield, Splatoon 3 specials look amazing. So far we have seen 7 specials revealed for Splatoon 3, and possibly even more. There is still a possibility for more specials to be revealed, since Splatoon 2 had 8 specials on launch, with 3 more coming in updates, so I think it's pretty reasonable to expect a few more specials to be revealed before Splatoon 3 comes out. In today's video, I have 4 new special ideas for Splatoon 3, but before I start, please make sure that you like the video and subscribe. It helps me make more videos and it is free. Also, don't forget to join my Discord. With all that said, let's get straight into the video. The specials in Splatoon 3 take heavy inspiration from Splatoon 1. I think it would be cool if they had 1 or 2 specials that were inspired from Splatoon 2. Introducing Steam Stamps 3.0. This special would take heavy inspiration from Ultra Stamp. The special would look like Ultra Stamp but with a worn out steampunk inspired look. Functionally, Steam Stamp 3.0 is very similar to its Splatoon 2 cousin. However, this comes with one major new mechanic, a heat meter represented by the special meter. As time passes, the stamp gets hotter. This causes it to get visibly redder and make a teapot whistle noise. The heat causes the stamp to move significantly faster. This buff comes with a few downsides. If the stamp overheats, aka the special meter running out, the stamp will explode, killing the user. When the stamp explodes, it does paint a decent amount around in the user's color, but at the expense of killing them. You can cool the stamp by getting a splat. This would add 2 seconds to the duration of the special. Because of all of these buffs, the base duration of the special would be nerfed from 9 seconds to 8 seconds. The special power-up would make the special go up to 20% faster and increase the duration by up to 2 seconds. During the last few seconds of the special, a prompt would appear to encourage newer players to throw the stamp. This would encourage less experienced players to throw the stamp so they don't like. Now let's move on to the next special. Introducing the ink puffer balloon provided by the wonderful Sun is God on Twitter. This special generates an ink-filled balloon that hovers over the user. The balloon doubles the ink tank capacity of the user. The ink puffer balloon's tank takes priority over the regular ink tank. Whenever you refill, both ink tanks refill at the regular speed, basically giving you double ink recovery. On the top of the balloon, there is a sprinkler that hovers and paints like a regular sprinkler. This makes it easier for slow weapons to paint for themselves. The ink puffer balloon has one more thing up its sleeve. The balloon can be thrown to teammates and opponents by pressing the A button. Similar to the egg throw in Salmon Run, throwing the balloon costs a small amount of ink, but in exchange, it will paint a small amount, and the sprinkler will continue to paint as it travels through the air. If an enemy picks up the puffer balloon, they will start using the enemy team's ink until they throw it away. If the balloon isn't picked up by anyone, it will float and continue to paint like a regular sprinkler, using up the remaining ink in the ink tank, or until someone else picks it up. Special power-up increases the tank's size, basically increasing its duration. Let's move on to the third special. It shoots a blast and can hover. Introducing the Air Jet. This special takes heavy inspiration from Inkjet. The special shoots out an ink stream below itself that causes it to hover. This ink has an improved damage per second and paint compared to Inkjet. Its shots don't do damage, but instead, the shots launch your opponents great distances. You can use these shots to force your opponents into awkward situations, or even blast them off the map entirely. The shots would be a little slower than Inkjet shots. Airjet's base duration would be 8 seconds, and special power-up would make the duration a little longer and increase the direct hit radius. The big downside of the special is, if your opponents get too close to you, you're kind of a sitting duck since you're a flying massive target that doesn't really have the best tools to defend yourself and are better aggressive. This special would be really unique as it's the only special in the game that doesn't directly do damage to its opponents. For the final special, I'm gonna need you to imagine a situation with me. Close your eyes, relax. Imagine a special that lets you deny an area with counterplay. Doesn't that sound awesome? Counterplay? Isn't it cool for specials to have a way to counter them? It sure would be a shame if there was a special that had little to no counterplay that you could apply pressure with across the entire map. Anyways, introducing Bubble Bazooka. This special would look like a bubble shooter, and you could walk around and shoot small ink-filled bubbles. The Bubble Bazooka can shoot up to 12 times by holding the ZR button. Your strafing speed is relatively slow while shooting, so it's heavily encouraged to move around and get full use out of your bubbles. The fire rate is pretty slow, with only 2 of the bubbles being shot a second. The bubbles take a second to come out, but have very high velocity when shot. However, they quickly come to a stop, which allows for really creative positioning of the bubbles. When moving, the bubbles can be bounced off walls, which let you get some 200 IQ clips. The bubbles would also be affected by gravity differently and slowly drift downwards if shot into the air. If the bubbles do make contact with an opponent, it instantly explodes, dealing 60 damage. If the bubble does not immediately make contact with anyone, it will last for 8 seconds before disappearing. The bubbles can be shot at to make a small explosion, and they paint a little bit less than an auto bomb. The bubbles have 70 health, with damage multipliers being applied to specific weapons with low damage per second. Unlike Bubble Blower in Splatoon 2, the team using the Bubble Bazooka does not do more damage to the bubbles than the opponents. This special would be really useful if you want to lock down an area or play aggressive, but if you missed your shot, you're basically screwed. Did you like my special ideas? Specials are really important to a Splatoon game, and they can completely shift the meta. Having well-designed specials can make or break a Splatoon game. Do you have any special ideas for Splatoon 3? What are they? Comment below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe. With all that said, have an amazing day.